It don't happen. Gengelenge. Oh, my people. Oh, my Lord. In fact, should we now conclude that most of these senators, most of these people that we elect into public offices, they are thieves? Yes, I mean it. They are thieves. Because imagine you have, these schools has to go on strike almost every year. If they don't go on strike in a single year, that is something is wrong. Something is wrong. You should be asking that, what's going on? ASU have not gone on strike this year, because that's the way it normally is. You must have them go on strike, asking the government for one thing or the other, increments of salary, and, to increase the money that is being allocated to each school so that they can, build infrastructures within the school. But on the other hand, you have these senators that have been put in these various committees, pardon me, guys, these senators that have been put into various committees to monitor the activities of these higher institutions, of these tertiary institutions. These committees will now ask these universities to give them money just because you went to their school to check. Some would not even travel from Abuja to where the school is. Sometimes they will ask the rector, the provost, or the vice chancellor of a school, to come over to Abuja, and then these people will come with cash, raw cash, and present it to these, senators. All for what? All for what? Just because you have the opportunity to be a senator and you are being asked to monitor the activities of this school. But my conclusion here is, as Yorubas will say, Olegbe, Olegba. On the other hand, you have these vice chancellors who have, done a lot of, malpractices, a lot of things that they do not want, people to know about within the school. They themselves have also embezzled money. They are hiding that fact. So they are willing to give out of, the money that they have with them. They are willing to give out of the money to these senators, so that they can shut up and close their mouth, so that they would not look through where they are supposed to look at. They would not look through the gaps. They would not look through the hole. They would not, sit down and do due diligence to their responsibility, to the reason why they were even put in the committee to start with. They would not be able to audit their accounts very well. So they are willing to pay. And you have these senators who government public office public office holders that are not even willing to do their job thoroughly. You go to government institutions these days, they expect you to still pay them to do what the government is paying them to do. I don't know if you understand me. They are in their office, paid by the government, to perform their responsibility, but you will get there and say, okay, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want. And they will still expect you to give them money, to give them handouts, for them to still do what they're supposed to do. And if you don't, they would delay you. They would not even answer you, and you have no choice, you have no option than to do it. You all, what are your thoughts? I would love to know. But before that, let's get right into the details of the rest of the video. Some members of the Senate Committee of Tertiary Institutions and TED Funds have admitted to receiving $1,000 each as appreciation money amid a growing budget bribery scandal involving Nigeria's National Assembly. So these tertiary institutions, TED Fund, $1,000 each to these senators for appreciation. Which kind of appreciation for what? This is what I just finished talking about. Appreciation for doing their job. I don't understand. As if they are not being paid monthly salaries. As if they are not earning salary for the job. You are appreciating them, giving them an honorarium for what? Anyway, moving on. An investigation revealed that Senate and House committees on tertiary institution education allegedly extorted 8 million naira from each federal university to approve their 2025 budget. Vice chancellors who resisted were reportedly threatened with political consequences. Hey, God, oh, hey. The total amount extorted from federal universities is estimated at 480 million naira, while another 528 million naira was allegedly collected from 66 polytechnics and colleges of education. This is apart from the fact that these senators will still do budget padding. There's budget padding. This is not even budget padding. This one is just the benefit they get from being a member of a committee. That is why they will be fighting each other for the juicy committees, because they want to be part of where they know that they will get the most money from. They are fighting to be in these committees. Speaking to Premium Times, an unnamed senator confirmed receiving the money, but insisted that committee members were unaware of its source. You're unaware of its source, yet you collected the money without asking questions. Oh my gosh, this is so laughable. The chairpersons, deputies, and clerks run many committees. Sometimes we don't even know who the committee members are. The senator reviewed. Sometimes you don't know who the committee members are, yet you are part of a committee. You are, oh my God. Reports indicate that committee meetings were held in January, during which lawmakers allegedly instructed rectors and provosts to make the payment in cash to avoid detection. Despite the mounting evidence, the National Assembly has denied the allegations. However, sources claim lawmakers are now attempting to discredit the investigation while using legislative threats to silence university officials. Meanwhile, Azan Fulata, chairman of a House Committee on University Education, accused Abubakar Gusau, the vice-chancellor of a federal university of Gusau, of insubordination for allegedly blocking lawmakers' access. This accusation, however, only surfaced after the bribery report was published. As the controversy escalates, some university officials have begun pledging loyalty to lawmakers, fearing legislative retaliation. What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section. What do you guys think of this? These politicians, they don't go keep us, in fact, it's a pity. Before we go, guys, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Ekelodo Green says, does the FCC need further admission grounds to prosecute these lawmakers if we really mean to fight corruption? Similarly, the agencies who bribe the committee members should also be prosecuted and jailed. Yes, the giver of the bribe and the receiver, because the giver is trying to hide something. The giver is just not giving. He's just not appreciating they are coming. They are doing it for a reason. It's for a purpose. The giver and the receiver should be investigated, and they should be held accountable. Comrade Ojuko says, shameless set of people and corrupted human beings. Let me see any Nigerians calling thieves honorable and excellency. Yakubu Moses says, stupid people called senators. Do they even know the real meaning of senators adding more tax burden on the masses? Shameless people. Augustine says, the fraudulent demands for bribes by members of the National Assembly is a major reason why most heads of ministries and government agencies fail to honor their invitations. This is valid. The day I visited one of the chambers of the National Assembly, I felt bad for Nigeria because of a clandestine manner of requesting tips by most staff from the main entrance to the committee rooms. The solution is to stop ministries and agencies from coming to the National Assembly to defend their budget. But defending their budget, I think, is normal because people need to be held accountable. It's just that the whole system, our system is just corrupt from top to bottom. That is it. Them going there to defend their budget, I think it's legit. That's the way it's supposed to be. But just that the system has been rigged. There is nothing in this country, no sector in this country, no department, no ministry, no agency in this country that is not corrupt. It's very hard to find any ministry, any agent or department that is not corrupt in this country. The prince says, bunch of old thieves recycling themselves into leadership positions, not until we do what late J.J. Rawlings did in Ghana by killing all the Ghanaian criminals in their government, happen in this country. We would never get it right in this country. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. What do you all think of this? Subscribe to this channel, guys, if you haven't already done that. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.